What's up, YouTube? Here, it's raining. Is it raining where you are? Hopefully not, because it just makes it a lot hotter than it already was. So, on this WRN, which is watching right now, I will talk to you about the two dramas that I just finished probably last week, I think. The two I'm currently watching and the two shows I want to watch as soon as I'm done with the ones I am watching, or in between, because one of them is still airing, so I have to wait a week for new episodes, and it's torture. I currently just finished Fight My Way and Suspicious Partner. Now, these two dramas were so much fun. They were just so romantic and nice. So, first we have Fight My Way, which features Park Seo-joon, who's just... oh my gosh, I love him. Also, we have Kim Ji-won, who is from Descendants of the Sun, and I loved her in Descendants of the Sun. She wasn't my favorite in Heirs, I gotta say that, but Descendants of the Sun, yes please. I loved her character. She's so badass and so cool, and her romance story was just otherworldly. And she did not disappoint in this drama. It was a completely different role from what she's played before, which is usually a pretty well-off girl, you know, and not a lot of troubles. Here, she's completely different, but she pulls it off so well, so nicely. Highly recommend this drama. The main premise of Fight My Way is that Park Seo-joon is a taekwondo artist, and he has some issues which force him to leave taekwondo, and he starts working a lot of odd random jobs and is trying to, you know, pay for rent in life and everything, but he never really managed much outside of that because his big thing was taekwondo, and once he couldn't do it anymore, his life just kind of came down on him. And his best friend is Kim Ji-won, who also, you know, in high school she was like so into being a reporter and had always a microphone near her face and was, you know, super supportive of him. They've been best friends since they were very young, like elementary school kids, and now they're in their 20s and they're both, you know, working at jobs that weren't their dream jobs, and you know, they realize, hey, not everybody gets their dream, and that's okay, you just have to survive with what you can. But then they're slowly given opportunities and they start to, you know, crawl their way up from the very bottom into something closer to what, you know, they wanted to do in the beginning. And along the way, there's a lot of romance and beautiful things happening. So I highly recommend Fight My Way. The other drama is Suspicious Partner, which is, oh my gosh. If you are a fan of Healer, you need to watch this drama because Ji Chang-wook is in this drama and he is great as usual. And we also have Nam Ji-hyun, who was in Shopping King Louis. And we have Choi Tae-joon, who is just awesome. I love Choi Tae-joon so much. He's been in a lot of really good dramas. He's had some great parts, and he's really funny in Hello Counselor. And we also have Nada from Hello Venus. So it's a really nice, well-rounded cast, and we have some other characters here and there that just make the drama great. We have the main villain played by Dong-ha, who has been playing some kind of evil roles lately, and oh my gosh, was I blown away by his acting in this drama. I was like, oh my gosh, he's like so evil, but then you kind of feel bad for him, and then you don't, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so confused because he's also very good looking. They shouldn't make serial killers so good looking in these things. Anyway, the drama follows prosecutor, played by Ji Chang-wook, and prosecutor in training, or lawyer in training, Nam Ji-hyun. And then she gets convicted of a crime that she did not commit, and a lot of issues start surging from them, but they kind of develop a really nice friendship and help each other out. first with their respective exes, and then with their careers, and then a lot of beautiful things happen along the way. I deeply recommend this drama. If you like romance, if you like funny, you'll love this. Both of these dramas are very funny and very romantic without being overly cheesy, which I really liked. And I feel like they had a perfect balance between comedy and romance. There wasn't too much romance, but then it wasn't also like just comedy with no real plot line and nothing. No, they have very deep, very beautiful plot lines that flow nicely, whilst also having, you know, a lot of comedy along the way. Now, on to my current watching list. I am currently re-watching Sung Kyung Kwon Scandal, which is just so good. I mean, you have Yu-chan, Mickey, oh Mickey, but then you also have Moon Jae-shin, who, oh my god, I mean, I think that's his name in the drama. I might be confusing the actor's name with his character. If I am, I'm sorry, but it's just, I can't think of him other than as Moon Jae-shin, and it's just so good. He's just so good looking and so perfect and so sweet, and oh my gosh, this drama is such a classic. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend you do, first of all. But it's also not a good drama if you're just getting into dramas, because it is a period piece. However, there's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of romance, it's a great drama. But there are some, like, they're dressed in period clothing, and it's set in the Joseon era. So if you do not know anything about the Joseon era or have never seen a period drama, you might not love it as much as some of us do, but it's a really good one. Now, if you're just... I really like it. It's my second or third time watching it. I love it. And we have, of course, Sung Joong-ki, who... Oh my gosh. I love Sung Joong-ki. Okay, he's just amazing at everything. I loved him in Wolf Boy. I loved him in Innocent Man. I love him in Descendants of the Sun. And in Sung Kyung Kwon Scandal, he plays a completely different role from most of his other work. He's like a playboy, like a known playboy. Like, he like messes with girls left and right, and they're okay with it because it's him. And he's so good looking, and so like, he has the F-boy attitude before that was a thing. And girls love him. And at the same time, he's a great friend and so cool and just effortlessly suave. There's just something so... like, he just has, like, swag to him. Like, there's just... you can't touch him. He has, like, this other level of coolness that you'll never reach. It's a really good drama. It's not one of my favorites, but I really do enjoy it when I watch it. The other drama I'm currently watching is School 2017. Now, this is part of the School series, and when I watched School, I think it was 2013. Oh my gosh, I feel old. So I was in my first year of college, I think, when that came out, and I just fell in love with Lee Jung-suk and Kim Mo-bin, and I loved their bromance. It was too good. Their bromance was better than any romance that I had seen to that point, and it made my little heart melt, and it was great. And I loved how they put on blast all the issues that the Korean education system has. While they are great and they are like #1 in the world, they also really harm a lot of these kids that are going through puberty and have to put up with studying for hours and hours and hours every day and going to other schools after school. And when they get home, they have to study until dawn and then go back to school. It's like, it's not okay. And then there's a lot of bullying issues too, and societal norm issues of, if you are not rich, you really can't make it in our society, and it's really awful. But I feel like it's helping make a change. And they did this 2017 version with Kim Se-jung from IOI, and there's a great cast. The guys, I don't recognize the main guy from anything else, but he's really good looking. He kind of gives me that Kim Woo-bin vibe from School 2013, and he's just great. He's so sweet and cutesy and hilarious. It's just, Oh my gosh, their interactions are everything to me right now. And they left me on a cliffhanger. So if you guys started watching it as soon as this goes up, like if anybody watches this and watches it right away before episode 9 comes out, you'll see how affected I am, because if you start from episode 1 and you watch all the way to 8, binge watching basically that, you just fall in love with this like story, and then they leave you off on the worst cliffhanger in history. So the other guy there is Jang Dong-yoon, and I'm not 100% sure where I've seen him before, but he is familiar. So I feel like he might have had like a minor part in some other school drama. And some of the other kids in there have also been in other dramas before. And we have a cameo from Kang Min-hyuk from CM Blue, and a few other idols popping up here and there, like Han Sun-hwa, and some of the older actors you'll definitely recognize from at least 2 or 3 dramas. However, the premise is pretty much the same as the previous school installations. You know, they're trying to change the system and trying to help each other out. And in this one in particular, there is this person in school that dresses up in all black and kind of helps the students and retaliates against the principal and against the system that's being imposed on them, of their grades being blasted in the hallways to, you know, shame the students that are on the lower end, and they can't get into the cafeteria except by order of their status, you know. First place gets in first, second place gets in second, blah blah blah. And at the same time, there's this kid that is the son of the chairman, who also kind of gets his way because all the teachers don't want him, you know, telling all the chairmen anything bad about them. And this is Kim Jung-hyun, who is the main guy. But you can kind of tell that he's not like his father, and he doesn't really appreciate that. He just puts up with it and leaves as soon as he can from school. And then you find out a lot of many other, you know, deep connections that a lot of the students have, many things, and I don't want to give anything away. So I really recommend you go watch it, and right now only up to episode 8 are out, but hopefully episode 9 comes out soon. When is it supposed to come out? In 3 days from today. So in 3 days, we can find out more about that cliffhanger, so you have until then to go and watch. Now, there are 2 things that I really want to watch next. I'm about to finish Sun Kyung-kwon's Scandal for the 3rd time, and as soon as I do, I'm starting Bring It On Ghost, which is Taehyun's drama, last drama so far. He can see ghosts, just like in the other miniseries he had. Well, no, the other one he could see how people died. In this one, he can see ghosts, and he meets a ghost that can see how other ghosts died, and they kind of, you know, team up to make some extra cash for him as a college student. I completely understand the feeling. You need some extra cash all the time, because it's not really extra, it's more of you need it. And I also really want to watch the anime Yahari Ore no Seishun no Comedy wa Machigateiru. I'm probably butchering all of it, but it's supposed to be an anime about these kids who have a club that's kind of like anti the high school cliches, because they're kind of cynical to it, and there's only one person in this club, and this is this really pretty girl who's kind of shunned from everybody else because she's so pretty, and this one very cynical, cliche-hating guy. And they kind of start helping out all these other people in their school as volunteer service. And it just sounds very fun and entertaining, and is ranked pretty highly. So I hope I get to watch it soon and I like it. Let me know what you're currently watching, what your thoughts are on anything that I have seen, and do you have as well, or if you're going to watch any of my recommendations, let me know in a comment down below. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.